Hey everyone, welcome back to 1 Cent Sports Cards YouTube channel. Today I am doing another set review, and this time it is for one of my favorite sets of the year. It is 2020 Topps Stadium Club. Famous for iconic photography and some of the most unique shots and photos that you will find on any baseball card. For example, last year's Stadium Club Fernando Tatis Jr., just a gorgeous card, and 2020 is no exception. So, how good is Topps Stadium Club this year? Should you buy in? Should you stay away? Is it a set worth looking into, or is it a set worth passing? Should you be buying into breaks? We're going to cover off on all of that. So without further ado, let's get into this in-depth guide and set review for 2020 Topps Stadium Club. So here it is, everyone. It is 2020 Topps Stadium Club. This is the most complete set guide and review that you will find anywhere on YouTube or the internet. What we try to get to by the end of this review is the exclusive one set sensational set ranking, where we can tell through 10 different categories how good Topps Stadium Club actually is this year. We'll rate all those categories on a scale of 1 to 10. We'll add up all those scores, and that's going to tell us how good Topps Stadium Club is. We've done this with every set here on the 1 Cent Sports Cards YouTube channel for the 2020 baseball card season, so we can compare it with all the other sets to figure out if this is a set that you should be buying, staying away from, finding just PC cards or whatever. So how do we get to the 1 Cent Sensational Set Ranking? Well, first we'll cover off on the set highlights. I'll tell you all the different ways that you can buy into this set. Go over the key cards that you'll find in Topps Stadium Club. We will cover off on the parallel rainbow, the inserts, the autos, and then we'll even get into what the break team targets are. I'll tell you what the best team you can get is, a team that holds the most value, a team that's always good to get in, a few sleepers, lots of fun stuff to cover off on the break team targets. And then I'll give you my personal opinions about who should be collecting this, who should be staying away, what the overall set positives are, what the negatives are, and that's what brings us to our 1 Cent Sensational Set rating, where we will give this its sensational set score to tell how good it actually is. And then we'll compare that score with all of the other set ratings that we have done to date to see how well it stacks up with all the other baseball card products that you can get for the 2020 card season. So let's first cover off on the set highlights. The most important thing to know about Topps Stadium Club, it is a very long-standing set, and it is driven by beautiful photography. This is not a set that is driven by parallels. It is not a set that's driven by autos. Yes, it has all that, but it is the photography that rules the day in Topps Stadium Club. It is in its 21st year of production, started way back in 1991. They discontinued it in 2004, but brought it back in 2008, and it's been running ever since. It is printed on glossy paper stock, and it has a 300 card base set. It does have a 9-color base parallel rainbow. We'll cover off on that here in a few minutes. And then it also has chrome parallels that have a 4-color rainbow, and those work kind of as parallels to the base cards as well. There's 90 cards in the chrome set. There are base set image variations available in this set, and the set features rookies, current stars, and retired greats. There are no prospects in this set. There are 2 brand new inserts for 2020. They are called In the Wings and Bash and Burn. The Bash and Burns are really neat cards. The In the Wings feature young up-and-coming talent in the majors. And there are 2 autographs per hobby box that you can pull. One other neat thing about Topps Stadium Club this year, there are exclusive hobby and retail box loaders. We'll cover off on what those are. And the members only insert, which is a case hit, is back again for another year. So the different ways you can buy off on Topps Stadium Club. First, we will cover off on hobby. There's a case, and in a case, you're going to get 16 hobby boxes with 16 packs per box, 8 cards per pack. So if you get a case, you've got 48 total cards. The price on that going to be a hefty $1,850, but your cost per card only 90 cents, and you are guaranteed to get 32 autos, 16 box toppers, 16 chrome cards, and 1 members only parallel card. If you do the hobby box, same thing, 16 packs, 8 cards per pack, 128 total cards. Cost on that is about 120 bucks right now, so a cost per card of around 94 cents, and you do get 2 autos, a box topper, and 1 chrome card parallel. But there's also retail for Topps Stadium Club, and there's a couple different formats you can get that in. First, there's the blaster box. It's going to come with 8 packs, 5 cards per pack, and it does come with 1 wide vision top loader. It has 41 total cards if you include the top loader, for a cost of 20 bucks. Cost per card on that, 49 cents. You're guaranteed to get the box top loader, and that is your lowest cost per card out of any format that you can buy this in. Then you also have the Fat Pack, which is 1 pack, 12 cards. So you get 12 total cards in that, cost around $6. Cost per card, 50 cents, and you aren't guaranteed anything in there. But you can also get Gravity packs, and you can get retail display boxes. Those are available. And because in 2020 it seems that they've been offering more and more retail formats, I wouldn't be surprised to see some sort of a mega box or something. So it's likely that there's more retail options that may become available here in the next week or so. A few things that are exclusive to retail. One is going to be your sepia parallels and orange foil parallels, which are numbered to 5. So those parallels, the orange will be in the lettering of the cards, and they are numbered to 5. You can only find the to 5 numbers, or the cards numbered to 5 in the retail format. So those are the different buying options that you have for Topps Stadium Club. So when we look at the checklist, there's a few key cards that you want to be looking at. First of all, the base set. There is a Bo Bichette rookie card. There's a Kyle Lewis rookie card. The Luis Robert rookie card. Gavin Lux is also in there. There's a lot of other rookie cards in there. It's not rookie heavy, but Yordan Alvarez is in there. A lot of your other rookies that you've been seeing in a lot of the 2020 sets are in there as well. For the parallels, autos, short prints, and inserts, first, you've got the Bash and Burn autos, which are numbered to 10. So that is the insert set that we talked about just a second ago. You can get those that are numbered. You can also get the co-signers autos. So that's like a dual autograph. Those are numbered to 10. And what's interesting about those is there are 5 different autos on there that include a Mike Trout auto. So Mike Trout, heavily featured as an auto in Topps Stadium Club. And then, of course, you have the Chrome parallels, which you can see over to the right. That is the Mike Trout version of the Chrome parallel, and some of those will be autoed. You also have the Instavision inserts, which will be found in retail and in hobby. And you've got the wide vision box toppers, which are in blaster boxes only. And don't forget, you get the In the Wings insert, which is the hardest insert to pull outside of the members only insert. That's a case hit. But the In the Wings is 1 in 16 hobby packs, so that's a little bit more difficult to pull, and some of those will be autoed as well. So what are the parallels? First of all, with the base set, so this is not the Chrome set, the base set, you do have a red parallel, and these will show up in the names. So when it's red, the name, like you see over there on the right with the Javi Baez, that name will be in red. That's how you know if you've got a parallel. Then they've got the black foil. They've got the black and white card, which is what you see over there on the right with the Javier Baez. And then you've got the members only. It will be stamped members only. That is a case hit, really hard to find. Then you've got the photographer's proof, which is a very limited, although not numbered, parallel as well. You've got the sepia parallel, which you will find only in retail format. And then we finally get to our numbered cards, which are the rainbow foil board, which is numbered to 25. And then the first day issue, which is a first day issue, which there are only 10 copies of that, but they're not numbered. And then you do get the gold rainbow foil 1 of 1, which is obviously going to be pretty hard to find as well. For the Chrome set parallels, what you get is a refractor parallel, a gold minted parallel, which is also a case hit, so 1 in 16 boxes there. You've got an orange parallel, which will be numbered to 99, and of course a superfractor, which you can only find in hobby. Those are 1 of 1 hits. So here's what the inserts are. First of all, the Bash and Burn. That has 15 cards. They're 1 in 8 hobby packs. And on the front side of the card, you've got the Bash, and on the back side of the card, you've got the Burn. So you can see what that looks like. Really kind of cool cards. It's almost like there's no back to the card, but very, very cool insert set that is new for 2020. It does come in parallels as well. You got red, black, orange, and gold rainbow, with the gold rainbow being a 1 of 1. And then you've got the chrome, which we've covered off on, the 90 cards there. Those are actually not numbered to 10 or less. I do not know why it says that there. But you can get parallels of refractor, gold minted, orange, and superfractor. And then we've got returning for another year, the Emperors of the Zone. That's 25 cards. Again, 1 in 8 hobby packs. You've got parallel red, black, orange, and gold rainbow. And there are the base set image variations. Now, that checklist has not been released yet. Normally, they don't release that, but there will be image variations throughout this set. Normally in Stadium Club, it's not too big, but you get a dozen or so, maybe even up to 20 of some of the image variation cards. So those will be to be determined, but look carefully in your packs. And then you have the In the Wings, which is another new insert for 2020. That's got 25 cards in it, lands 1 in 16. So you get one like every hobby box basically. And it's got the parallels, the red, black, orange, and gold rainbow as well. And there's more inserts. You've got the Instavision, which has 10 cards. That actually has chrome elements in the insert. And there are parallels of that as well. There's red, black, orange, and gold rainbow. And then you've got the oversized based box toppers. Those are found in hobby boxes. There's 50 cards in that set, and there's 1 per hobby box. Now, those are oversized cards of the base set, so they'll be a little bit bigger. Really kind of cool, especially with the design of Top Stadium Club. And then you've got the oversized wide vision, which is what you see over on the right. That is 25 cards, and you're going to find those 1 per blaster box. So it's kind of a tall, or I guess a long card, which is a wide shot of the base card. Then the Power Zone insert is back for another year as well. That is a 25 card set that falls 1 in 8 packs. That features power hitters throughout the major leagues. And you've got the parallel rainbow of red, black, orange, and gold rainbow as well. For the autographs, there are the base autographs, and those come in all sorts of different parallels. There's 101 cards. These are the majority of the autographs you're going to find in hobby boxes. You do get a red parallel numbered to 50, a black to 25, a rainbow foil board numbered to 10, which is going to be found in hobby only. Then you've got the orange to 5, which is found in retail only. And then for hobby only, you do have the gold rainbow 1 of 1s. Then there's the Bash and Burn, which is the insert. Those can come autographed. There's 15 cards. They're each numbered to 10, but they do have a parallel of orange and gold as well. You've got the Chrome inserts, which those can be autographed. There will be 77 cards in that, but there are no parallels. And then you've got the co-signers autographs, which is what you see at the right. There's 11 cards in that. They're each numbered to 10, and there are parallels of orange and gold rainbow. The gold rainbow falls only in hobby. More autographs to cover off on. The In the Wings autograph, that is 14 cards, numbered to 15 each, with an orange and gold rainbow parallel. And then the Lone Star signatures, those are 14 cards, each numbered to 25 apiece, orange and gold rainbow parallel as well. Then those oversized base box toppers, those can be autographed. They're each numbered to 10 or less. There are 39 cards in that set. So you can get some of the box toppers autographed, but going to be pretty long odds on actually pulling one. And the Power Zone inserts also come autographed as well. 16 cards. They're each numbered to 15 with an orange and gold rainbow as well. So, with all of those different formats and inserts and autographs, there's a lot of different cards that you can pull out of Top Stadium Club. So what are the best break teams to be targeting as you're buying into breaks on this stuff? Well, first of all, the best team in Top Stadium Club this year is the New York Yankees. Not surprising, especially with the fact that you've got a lot of retired stars that get featured in Stadium Club. There are 19 total autos, which is tied for the most autos that you can pull out of Top Stadium Stadium Club per team, but there are also 17 different base cards and 7 chrome parallel cards that you can pull out of there. So the Yankees probably going to be the most expensive spot off the board, and for good reason. They're the best team in this set. When we talk about rookie cards, most rookie cards for a team is going to be the Oakland Athletics. They've got 5 base rookie cards, a total of 15 base rookie cards, which is pretty good when you compare it to most of the other teams. And they also have 19 autos. So probably a pretty expensive buy-in for the Oakland Athletics too, especially being that they have some Hall of Fame autos that you can pull out of here. An always good team to get if you're buying into breaks this year is going to be the Chicago White Sox for the Stadium Clubs. They've only got 12 base cards, but they do have 16 total autos, so a real nice auto count, and there are 4 chrome autos, and of course Luis Robert is going to be in there. There's a couple other rookies that you can find in there. Zach Collins, I think, has an auto as well. So the Chicago White Sox, always a good team to get in a break if you land them in a random team break. Really nice team to get. But I feel like the team that has the most value for what they'll be going for if you're buying breaks off of eBay or buying into buying certain teams, or if you get lucky and hit this team in a random team break, the Seattle Mariners. They've only got 12 base cards, but they do have 18 different autos. And a lot of those autos are Ken Griffey Jr. and Kyle Lewis. So if you get the Mariners and you pull one of those, you are going to have a return on investment that's real nice. And the Mariners, although I do believe they'll be pretty expensive, maybe even a top 5 team, I don't believe that they should be going as a top 3 team, but very, very nice value out of the Seattle Mariners. My first sleeper pick is going to be the Atlanta Braves. They've got 12 base cards, but they do have a strong showing with 16 autos, and they've got 5 chrome cards. And a lot of those autos are Hall of Famers. You got Chipper Jones in there. You've got Ronald Acuna Jr., so just some really nice autos that you can pull from the Atlanta Braves team. Probably still top 10, but I don't think they're going to be going top 5. So if you can get them for the right price, definitely don't sleep on the Atlanta Braves. And then also the Chicago Cubs, which may not be a top 10 most expensive team. They've got 13 base cards, though, which is pretty good compared to a lot of these other teams that you can get. They've got a decent amount of autos with 12 autos, and they have 7 chrome parallel cards that you can pull out of there. So if you're buying into a case break, the Chicago Cubs, you might get at a nice price, and I believe your return on investment is going to be pretty good, and they have a few rookie cards that you can get out of there as well. So when you're looking into breaks, these are going to be the teams I suggest, guys. So who should be collecting Top Stadium Club? It's a really popular set. A lot of people like it, but first and foremost, I think if you like baseball photography, this is the one set that you cannot pass up on in 2020. The photos that are in Top Stadium Club are better than any baseball card set of the year, and it's not even close. The photography on this stuff is stunning. So I also think that nostalgic collectors, Top Stadium Club's been around for a long time. If you collected back in the 90s, you will remember Top Stadium Club. Myself, I'm in my 40s, and I remember Top Stadium Club coming out in 1991 and it being an ultra premium, expensive set. I think the packs were like $4, which was insane at the time, especially when you were like, I buy packs for 50 cents. But it's pretty much a throwback set now, but it has always had its heritage in stunning photography. And keep in mind, it also has a lot of like Hall of Fame players and retired greats. So there's a lot of nostalgic in the generational feel of baseball. I also think set collectors. This is one of the most fun sets to complete throughout the year. It's a nice big 300 card set. The photography is awesome from top to bottom. And when you get the complete set, it really is kind of, it invokes the spirit of baseball, and it almost makes you feel like you're on the field with them with some of the photography that comes out in Top Stadium Club. More things and people who should be collecting. People that like on-card autos, The neat thing about Stadium Club, they're all on-card autos for the most part. And so if you like on-card autos, you're going to get 2 of them per hobby box, and it's not that expensive. They're going for $120 right now. And then I also think the retail collectors should like this product a lot because there are some nice retail exclusive options. The wide vision, the sepia parallels, the orange numbered autographs, all very nice reasons to be buying into retail. Then finally, if you're a PC collector, so if you only collect certain players, this is like a must-have card of anyone that you PC because it's probably the best photograph that you're going to get of that player from that year. So if you're a PC collector, collect a certain player, go out on the secondary market, find that player, and maybe you don't buy a hobby box, but maybe you just go out and buy that card and pay whatever it costs to get that card, and you've got the best photography of the player in 2020. But there's also some people that should stay away from Stadium Club. And I think first and foremost, it would be investors. So the reason I say investors, Stadium Club, even though it has the stunning photography, the cards generally hold less value than the flagship sets. And it's a little bit of its production run and a little bit of its when they actually release the cards. There's not a lot of rookie first cards in Stadium Club. And it kind of gets released in the middle to latter half of the season. And so it's just one of those sets that, typically, it's coming out like dog days of August time. So people have seen the rookie cards. It doesn't hold as much value long-term as some of the flagship sets. And then I also think that parallel chasers should probably stay away from this set. There's better sets to collect. Stick with Chrome. It's not a set that gets driven by parallels, even though they're there, but a lot of them aren't numbered. And it's not like the whole card is red. It's more just the lettering. It's a lot more subtle. I don't think it's a great set for parallel chasers. And I also don't think it's a great set for big hit chasers. They're there, obviously, but they're usually really tough to pull from, one, because of production odds, and also they don't make a ton of them. The one of ones, obviously, but there's not a ton. The cosigners, maybe those will be monster hits, but really, really long odds on pulling some of that stuff. And then speculators, well, this is one that I still have from 5-star. This should have came off, so we'll just skip that. We also have prospect collectors. There are no prospects to be featured in this set. I love my copy pasting ability, by the way. I didn't take one of those off. So speculators is also one for Stadium Club, though. Okay, so what are the overall positives for Topps Stadium Club? First of all, and probably the most important part, it is one of the most visually stunning sets of the year. The photography is absolutely amazing. You can see that with the Cal Ripken. It just captures moments of past and present baseball and captures players in a very photogenic sort of way. It is a visually stunning set. The 300 card base set, it covers the teams really well. So if you collect a certain team, it's got some of the retired players, it's got current players, it's got some rookies. It's a nice mixture for every team on there. So the base set is a very strong base set in regards to the overall teams and how they're represented. The other thing is I think Topps Stadium Club is fun. The cards are so eye-catching. It's almost like when you put them away for a couple months and then pull them back out later, look at them again. It's almost like looking at them for the first time, and they evoke photography evokes a lot of emotion, and these cards do that very, very well. It's a very fun set. It is not a set that you're going to go, hey, look at that parallel. No, it's, hey, look at that photo. That's a neat photo, which is, I think, something that's missing a lot in baseball cards today, in the hobby in general. Everyone's so obsessed with the hits that sometimes you forget that the photography is always what's driven baseball cards. So this set really, really hones in on that. It's a very, very cool set. It's very fun to open. And then the other thing, you get on-card autos. It's a reasonable price. The price has not skyrocketed on this set. It's, $120 for a hobby box. You're going to get 2 autos out of it. So that's a reasonable price, $60 per auto. And you could get some of the parallels and possible bigger hits. And then I like that they've got great retail and hobby exclusive cards. There's something for everyone in this. So the retail, you've got those sepia. over on the hobby side, you're going to get more of the autos. You're going to get the one-of-ones are more exclusive to hobby. So they've given you a reason to buy into both formats. And then I do like the revamped and refreshed inserts. They're much improved over 2019. The designs of them look a lot better. It's something that I think Topps really focused on with all of their sets in 2020. The inserts have been really strong. So that case still holds true for Topps Stadium Club. I also like that Stadium Club, because of the photography, has a premium feel and it's a mid-level price. Stadium Club almost feels like it should be a hobby-only product, but it is available in retail, and it has more of a premium feel. It's on a very glossy cardstock. It's a nice cardstock, not thick, not ultra premium, but it's surprising how affordable it actually is. So that premium feels real nice. But there are some negatives to Topps Stadium Club. First, I don't like that they don't have relics. I don't like a set that doesn't have relics. Stadium Club with a really sharp photography, with a small, even if it was a small swatch, or maybe an insert that had some of that, would be kind of a neat addition. But they don't have any. And then, like I said earlier, due to the timing of the release date and when Stadium Club typically gets released, there are no first rookie cards from Topps, and that hurts the value of the cards overall. Like, for example, Luis Robert, he's already got, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, who knows how many rookie cards, and now here comes another one. It doesn't hold value because it's not really a first of any sort. And the production run, because of retail, it tends to be a little bit higher. Also, the base auto set, there's 101 autos in there, and it's a little sparse on big names. There's some nice retired stars, some nice current stars, some nice Hall of Famers, don't get me wrong, but I do think that there's enough what I like to call filler autos that, you know, when you spend $120 on a box, if you get two kind of duds on the autos, it's a little bit of a letdown. I have a video back from 2019 where you will see a couple duds that I pulled out of a hobby box back when I first started making a lot of these videos. So it tends to have a little bit of filler in the base auto set. There's no prospects in the set, which it's never had prospects, but it might be neat to do an insert set where it included some prospects, especially in 2020, being that we didn't get a lot of minor league action. Might be kind of neat to maybe show some of those players just to keep them relevant a little bit. And there's really long odds on getting a monster hit on this stuff. The production run, a little bit higher, not as high as like Flagship or Heritage or that, but it does get produced in higher numbers, and so the odds on getting a monster hit going to be pretty long. And then I also think that there's not enough numbered parallels. There is a 9 color rainbow, but there's really only three out of the 9 that are numbered. And so yes, you've got the reds and you've got all of that, but they're not numbered. So without it being numbered, it doesn't hold as much value in the eyes of collectors because you don't know how many of them were actually made. I feel like they would do themselves a favor by numbering more of these parallels, even if they were numbered to 299 or 199, something like that. At least you kind of know how many were produced versus it not being numbered at all. So with all that being said, it's time to give Topps Stadium Club our 1 cent sensational set rating. So here's how we do this. We pick 10, we have 10 categories. We're going to rank them on a scale of 1 to 10. So we'll start out with the first category, which is the appeal. For appeal, I gave it a 7.5. People like Stadium Club. I think some people stay away from it, especially investors will tend to stay away from it. But I think with the photography and for true hobbyists and not just flippers and people looking to make a buck on cards, but people that actually collect, this is a set that's really fun to collect. It's really fun to look at. They're really fun to go back, look at them again, a year, 2 years, 5 years later. So the appeal on this, I think, is pretty strong, but I pull it back a little bit in the regards that, you know, your premium hit chasers, your speculators, those people tend to stay away from this. The base checklist, I do like the base checklist. I rated it a 7. Could I have gone a little bit higher? Maybe, but when I give it a 7, the reason why is it's a little short on rookies, although all your big rookies are there. But I don't feel they represented a lot of the past generations enough. You do have Babe Ruth and some of the obvious ones, but it's not represented maybe as well as it could be. So it's still a good number. I'll give it a 7. For the inserts, last year I would have given it a lot less, but with the new inserts that they've put in, I feel like they've kind of upped the game on this. But the inserts always do, for Stadium Club, they always seem to be a little bit underwhelming. The Bash and Burn one, I think, kind of saves it. The In the Wings one is a real nice, clean design. I'll go ahead and give it a 7 this year. And then for the parallels and variations. So the parallels kind of drag this back down to a 7, but you do get the image variations in this. And some of the parallels actually can be pretty nice, especially when we start looking at the autos and the chrome cards. But those are a little bit longer odds. But overall, we'll go ahead and give it a 7. The auto checklist, I give it a 6. There are some big autos to be pulled out of here, but probably too much filler for it to be a consistent, nice auto every time you open up a hobby box. So the auto checklist, although Hall of Famers, Ken Griffey Jr., lots of Mike Trouts, all your key rookies, they've all done autographs in this. There's a lot of other people that have also done autographs in this that are maybe a little less desirable. So I go ahead and give that a 6. For pack odds and productions, I give it a 5.5. It's not produced as much as like Heritage or anything like that, but the pack odds are still kind of long, especially on monster hits, and the production is a little bit higher than like a hobby only. So with that, we'll go ahead and give it a 5.5. Card quality on this. It's a very nice card stock. It is a thinner card. It is not thick like Topps Inception or something like that. But as a more mid-range card, it's on this very nice high glossy stock. It's almost like pulling a photograph out of a pack. So I go ahead and give the card quality an 8. For our historical value, not as valuable as some of the flagship stuff, obviously, but it does hold value, and some of the bigger hits hold a lot of value. And for collectors of Topps Stadium Club, and there are a lot of them out there, this set does hold a lot of value, and there's sentimental value in it. But overall, when we just take it for how much are these cards going to be worth in the long run, we're going to put it middle of the road, right at a 5. And then, for the first time all year, we have a category that gets a perfect 10. And this year, for Topps Stadium Club, I am giving the artistic value of Topps Stadium Club a perfect 10. I am a big believer that photography is what drives a baseball card. It is not the design. It is not the border. It is not all of the stuff that they put around the card. It is the photograph itself, and the cards are clean. The full bleed is clean. They did a very nice job of making the name very understated on the front. There's very minimal design that is done on the front. The photography speaks for itself. They are beautiful, beautiful cards. The artistic value that the photographers go into to get these shots, they are retouched perfectly, and just there's not a better photograph that you're ever going to find on a baseball card. You can put any set up against Topps Stadium Club and it will not be as good. So there is a perfect 10 for the artistic value. And then overall, I think the cost value on this stuff, it goes at a 7.5. The reason I pull it down a little bit, again, the card's maybe not worth as much, and you might get some duds here and there in regards to autographs. But overall, a very affordable set, very nice looking cards, and Topps Stadium Club, I've thought it for a long time. If you are someone that doesn't have a lot of money, but likes investing in cards, and likes collecting cards, this is the set for you. It is a collector's set. If you like the sport of baseball, it really evokes the spirit of what happens on the field, a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, and it really kind of emulates everything that's good about a baseball card. Nice photography, good stats on the back. Understated design. The player is the highlight, not the design around the player. So for me, Topps Stadium Club, a really, really strong set. So let's add all these up and give this its 1 cent sensational set rating. So here's how this works. We're going to add up all these scores, and then the scores will be broken down into 1 to 5 star ratings. So if it gets 3 stars, it'll be a kind of a decent set. A 3-star isn't a bad set, kind of an average set out of the 2020 card season. 4 stars, a very, very nice set out of the 2020 season. We have not had a 5-star set all year. We've had one that's close, but 5 stars means it is like a set that no matter what, you should be buying into and buying a lot of it because it's going to become an iconic set. So 4 stars, really good. Stuff like 2-star and below is going to be more your budget sets, maybe some sets that just missed the mark altogether, ugly design, whatever. So where does Topps Stadium Club land on the 1 cent sensational set ranking for 2020? Its final rating is a 70.5, pulling it in as a middle of the road 4-star set, not a high 4-star, not a low 4-star either, but kind of right in the middle. So a solid 4-star set. Like I said, there's a lot to love about Topps Stadium Club if you were a collector. There's also a lot not to like if you are purely into investing in this. Pack odds are a little bit high. But if you're a collector, or a PC collector, or if you just like clean looking cards and like baseball in general, this is the set for you guys. So where does Topps Stadium Club rank out of all the sets that we have rated so far in 2020? Well, it comes in at number 6 overall. Now, this is our top 10, but we have rated about 40 sets so far this season. So out of 40 sets, it comes in at number 6 on the 1 cent sensational set ranking with a 70.5. It is just above Bowman Sterling and Panini Prism, just below Prism. So, but it comes in the top 10. It is number 6 overall. Bowman Baseball still leading the way with an 82, Topps Chrome behind that. And then we had the Topps Finest Flashback set fall out of the top 10 into the number 11 spot. And now Topps Series 1 is on the hot seat. We will see if it can stay in the top 10 for a little while longer, but it is now sitting at the top 10. So you guys, let me know in the comments below if you were getting into Stadium Club. If you're buying retail, if you're buying hobby, if you're staying away from it, let me know what you like about Topps Stadium Club. If you like these reviews, definitely throw over to first, hit that like button for me, and subscribe to the channel because we do these. I do these reviews for every major set that comes out. We've done all 40 of them so far this season. And we do all sorts of other things on the channel. We do breaks. We do card flipping advice. We do openings, personal openings, all sorts of different stuff. So now is as good a time as any with all the sets that are coming out in September to subscribe. If you like the channel, be sure to check out my Patreon page where you can get even more in-depth info and exclusive perks that are only available to Patreons. There's a link in my About section on my channel. And until next time, guys, I hope you have a blast opening up packs of Topps Stadium Club here over the next few days and weeks. I hope you get great luck on your pack pulls, and I hope that you are being good to your family, to your friends, and to your neighbors. And until next time, take care.